really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, 'cause we're golden.
What up guys, Mossy here, and we are about to check out the Stalker game I've been wanting to play for a while. I got my options and all that worked out, so let's just go ahead and start a new game. See, Novice, Stalker, Veteran, Master. I really don't want to get fucked, so I guess I'm gonna go with Stalker. Alright.
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
Fuck. This looks kind of dark. Some creepy shit.
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly, although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Waking up, bitches.
You're awake. That's good. Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling?
My head's splitting and spinning too. Basically, I'm in real good shape.
Do you remember what happened to you?
Okay, I remember leading an expedition through the swamps, bunch of scientists, then the emission. That's it. Where am I? Is this heaven? And why does it look so much like the zone?
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
Clear Sky, that's what it is. Stalker, Clear Sky. Oh, I guess I got lucky then.
Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time.
Oh yeah.
Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
Alright. Press the 3 dots. Fuck. Alright. Wow, so these are actually in-game graphics. Maybe. Oh yeah. Alright. guess I can't grab anything. Some dusty old boots. Whoa. These graphics actually aren't too bad. I think I can interact with anything. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, this looks pretty decent for an older game. Not actually sure when this game dropped. It looks pretty decent. I just gotta figure out where to go. I guess I'll go to the stairs. What the hell he's doing? Oh, okay, I see. Guess I'm going to the red dot on the map.
Look who we got visiting our swamps. You sure are a wit of... Hello, Mark. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures. Because I'm just dying of curiosity.
There's not much to tell. I was leading a group of scientists through the swamps when an emission hit. I remember nothing after that. I regained my consciousness here, so now you tell me what happened.
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this bitch. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission, the biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a
Bet
cause.
this is Illuminati. Look at this dude. I guess that's my character. How did you end up
I
here?
was collecting bottles one after another and they let me here. I'm kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. He didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear Sky. The guys here are alright, and I'm needed here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done.
Dirty
Simple,
jokes.
but effective. By the way, they call me Cole around here.
Alright, Cold. They call you Cold. About this place, would you give me a clue as to where we are?
In our base. As you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the
Whole lot of
middle
good
of
shit.
romantic,
Look at the
endless
base.
swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys
What's
who
up
won't
with that
screw you,
music?
stab you in the back or let you bleed to death to save a med kit.
Okay. No stranger to the zone. Yeah, I've never heard about Clear Sky. How do things work here?
You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it. And the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev, Professor Binpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well,
Yo,
anyway.
I gotta patch that music
Our
or some
technician's
shit.
called
It's getting
Gray.
on my nerves.
He can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that. And finally, we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you.
Cole,
He knows
leave
what
the mark
stalkers
alone
go
with
through
your
to
dirty
get their
jokes.
loot, and
I
he
need to
respects
see
that. Well,
So
brother, if Lebedev says
slow
he needs
for
to
you.
see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later.
Alright, dude, I'm out. Let's see where I gotta go. Back up here. These dudes are decked out. 420p. Oh, am I going the right way? Look at this dude. Here he is. Wait, I can't even pronounce that name. I'm not even gonna try, actually.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history.
Okay. Makes sense. Why are you hiding?
As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago.
What was so speculative about it? We've had emissions before.
No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it.
Oh yeah. So, I'm guessing this is the name and the faction is Clear Sky. So that's the first faction. And I'm guessing they're good, so let's see. If I knew how I survived, I'd tell you in a second, but I don't remember anything.
I see. How can I help you?
I'd better leave. I'm pretty beat up, but I can still walk and hold a gun. Hell yeah. How do I get out of here?
Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long.
What are you trying to say?
We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro at that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost. We're
Your
under attack. I
experience
repeat,
can
we're
save the
under
lives
attack.
of
Help!
many of them. That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You still remember how to survive in the zone?
I remember bits and pieces.
Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment.
Yes.
After that, head straight to the outpost. Once you're outside the base, listen to my advice. I'll try to guide you along.
Okay. Alright, so back this way. Run, dude, run.
Roger that.
To the trader.
Visitor? I'll be right there. At last.
Here, take this basic equipment kit. It's designed specifically for patrol
12 by
missions.
70 shot rounds, 9 by 18 millimeter rounds, shotgun, BMM, knife, echo detector, 5 bandages, 2 first aid kits, and some anti-radiation drugs. So y'all trying to drug me up and send me to war, huh? On some ISIS type shit. Thanks. Hey, is it always this stressful here?
I've been ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time for questions. The boys need you now.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm gone. Alright, let's get back over here. The boys need me now.
Stalker, what do you want?
Oh, this is the guy. Hold on, let me switch some of my
Speak up, will ya?
buttons. Shut the fuck up, dude. I swear to God. Man, that looks pretty fucking good for like an old ass game. Oh yeah. Whoa, I got one of these. How do I get this out? Unload. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh shit, why not unload that? How do I load it back? Let's unload this too. Oh shit, I should have done that. There's my echo detector, leather jacket. Oh shit, okay. Wow, so this is like super RPG type. Oh, I'm gonna like this. Drop. What is this? Anti-drugs. And I got a shotgun? What is this though? AKM? How in the world do I get that out? Oh, we can head bob in this shit. Let me just figure out some of these controls. Whoa, 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 what's that? Okay, so that's O. What's P do? P is actually a map. L is the flashlight. Oh, that's pretty sweet. See no fucking dogs around here. K, J, H, G. Which one was this one? First aid used? Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. I just fucked one of my first aids. Pretty sure. Yes, I only have one left. It's so fucked. Oh well, make it last. Make it last.
What you need, Stalker?
Fuck do you
Stalker,
need?
what do you want?
I gotta get out of here. Oh, I
You
gotta
have
go
my
to
full
the-
attention.
Alright, what's up? So you're ready to go to the outpost? Alright, my bad, yeah. I'm ready. Alrighty, I'll blindfold you until we get there. You understand? I'm sure we must keep the route safe or secret. What the fuck? No, I don't understand. Fight feeling you're blindfolded my ass? Right. Alright, so. Task complete. Head to the outpost with the guide. Ooh. Okay, so finally got my gun out. Oh, there's aim down sights too. And you can lean with it. These graphics aren't the bit. Hold up. What the fuck? Where am I at?
Mark, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
Okay, so I can't aim down sights. On the pistol, I guess. Okay. Throw a bolt. What's a bolt? What's this? You can throw a fucking. Talking my dog. I'm beginning? You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. So maybe I can just... I don't have nothing. Oh, no, right. I'll talk to him first again. Oh, great.
I see you. Just hello, Mark. You became Verde. I was in no.
Colt, leave the Merc alone with your dirty jokes. I need to see him.
Well, brother, if Liberde says he needs to see you,
Back this way. This dude needs to see me again. Okay.
Got some fresh as nice.
This is the second outpost. We're under attack. I repeat, we're under attack. Help!
That's enough chit-chat. Great.
Roger that. You're at last.
Yo, I'm here.
Yes,
My
I've
shit.
been...
Wow.
You have my full attention.
Ready. Right. Alright, let's try this again. But this...
There are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
A bolt. I have to throw a bolt in front of me. What in the fuck? So I gotta figure out how to throw. What is he talking about? A bolt. Hell, dude. Bolts. Let's go check it out again and die. So what you wanted? Is this what I'm really supposed to do? I'm literally throwing bolts. Okay, so what? I don't pass these.
Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line.
So we got
It only shows the distance to the artifact.
that's a janky ass crouch. That is a janky ass crouch. Alright, I'm actually gonna change that. Let's see. Always crouch. It's gonna be C. Is this like a toggle? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So does that do good? Sure as hell I'm gonna be fighting. Good or not.
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
Oh, what does this do? Search body? Drag body? Shit, go, go, go! What the fuck? Go, go, go! What are you doing? God!
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
Right there too. Just go, let's just go. Not looking back, not looking back.
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
Alright, dog, let's do this shit. What are we doing? What are we doing, actually? Hold up, let me see if I can get it.
Attention all fighters.
That's
An emission
shoddy,
is
baby.
approaching. Get to cover now!
Mission. Oh, fuck, my dude's down. What the hell's going on? Search his body. F. Oh, no, I can't. What's going on? Wait a minute. What in the... Okay, I thought I just died and started over again. Dude, why are you going so slow? Okay, that's weird. That don't make no sense. This dude is going so slow. So what, I need to go in here? Talk to someone, or... Okay, I guess not. Ah, fuck, I look like a damn Easter bunny hopping around because my dude... Just get off this roof. Hop your ass down here. Oh, dude, you suck. You suck. Yo, what the fuck's going on? What's my dude doing? Oh, are you kidding me? I was in crouch mode the whole time? Wow, okay. I still can't jump up here. Jesus Christ.
Пьяный сталкер в 3 часа ночи возвращается домой. Ну, а жена,
Dude,
значит,
don't be
со
talking about
сковородкой
nachos. Okay, I'm fucking hungry. I'm starving right now.
достал гайку, метнул,
Alright, I gotta talk to you again. Let's make it short and sweet, buddy.
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bienpolev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point that our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait. Don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die.
Damn, dude. Thanks for the good fucking news. Why do emissions occur this often?
A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher.
Okay, so... someone got past the Scorcher. What risk does this pose for the zone?
It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone.
Dude,
Some say the monolith, others say the Wish-Granter. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the brain scorcher.
Is there a way to pass the Scorcher, even a theoretical chance?
I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process.
Damn, that's harsh. What is the danger of such frequent emissions?
I know a
Besides
lot
my
about the
fucking
zone,
death?
but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what Clear Sky is doing. We are trying to prevent that disaster.
Okay, prevent the disaster, you're not even strong enough to fight off bandits. And apparently I'm a savage.
You're right. But we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions. And that means something.
I suppose. Lots of confidence you got there. So, what's the plan?
We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price.
And why are you telling me this, of all people?
There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly.
Right. Not sure I want to jump right in the thick of things. Why do I have to take part in this?
I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice.
Looks like my options are pretty limited.
Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us?
No, I need some time to think it over. I'm just playing, yeah.
Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the Cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead.
Okay. be fine. How do I reach the cordon?
Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
Understood. So next, I guess. So wait a minute. Reaching the Great Swamps is easy. Our guides will lead you out. But if you want to actually survive there, you need to learn about the current tactical situation and your PDA's new features. So if you're curious about any of that, just ask. Jesus. I don't give a fuck about the PDA's new features. What can you offer me? Get an extra mile, find the dead soldier's backpack, and you'll get your expenses back with interest. How much is that going to set me back? 400. What? Hold up. Go an extra mile. Find the dead soldier's backpack. So what's actually in the first aid kit? You're crazy, I don't have that much cash. Well, come back when you have enough. Okay, see ya, bitch. How much cash do I have? 200, I guess, that's it. If I can sell some shit. I can sell that one.
I see you. Just a minute. What's new, bro? What's new, bro?
What can you offer me? I'll reward you with information about the value of a tough piece of wood. Keep on your toes though. Its previous owner failed to heed my advice. How much is that going to set me back? 200. So what's actually in there? No idea. Okay. Not interested.
Bump in anytime you feel like chatting.
Well, fuck. I guess I can't buy nothing from you, bitches. Makes sense.
Stalker, what do you want?
I need to buy some shit. That's what I want. Somewhere. All these icons. Check this one out. This icon is this. Buy shit from you.
I'll be there in a moment. What's up?
How's it going? You got any work for me?
Remember, to be a good shooter, if you're done talking.
See what this is over here. Ooh, can I go up? Just go in. Oh, here's the trader.
Visitor? I'll be right there.
No, thank you.
You're with us again? Glad to see you. Oh, welcome, guest from foreign lands. What
Foreign
come you
lands.
with? A bursting purse? A prized exotic wonders? Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, so long as the zone is kind to you. So, you gonna trade, or you got some questions for me?
Yeah, even at the swamps, in a hush-hush joint like this one, there's a place for a trader. What do you know?
That's the sort of people we are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes of life, or a spare store from death. But us traders are needed everywhere. Even in the zone. Even in the swamps. And even underground. It's an illusion that the zone is under lock and key, and the army has all the ways in and out sealed. I mean, think about it. Nowadays, artifacts and rare specimens from the zone can be found all over the world.
I wonder if I can sell that
Fellow
artifact.
stalkers never have a shortage of canned meat,
Some
vodka,
cash.
ammo, or equipment.
Bitch.
Somebody's got to be responsible for all that, right? Well, that's where we come in. In this place, it ain't like selling bootleg CDs on the outside with the cops up your ass every damn day. Around here, the situation is very simple. The outside world has an interest in the zone and vice versa. But it's officially forbidden, prohibited, and all that bullshit. That's what we're here for. We make sure all those interests are satisfied and everybody's happy. There's a joke among traders that if someone points a gun at you, your best bet is to try to buy it off them.
Damn. Actually, okay. I like this guy. This guy's cool. I see, except it seems to me that your business isn't doing too well. And once again, I'm a savage.
Let's not talk about it. You have no idea how tired I am of peddling these trinkets. There's a ton of ordinary artifacts out there, but the best tidbits pass this place by. I haven't had a unique item in my store for ages.
Why the limited selection?
Who knows? Maybe stalkers have already found everything there is to find. Man, getting behind the Scorcher would be a dream. I heard you can get enough artifacts there to last you a lifetime. Provided your life doesn't end there and then. It's about time us traders joined forces and used our connections to find a way of getting past that thing.
You aren't the only ones looking in that direction.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, listen, I've told you too much as it is. Time is money. So if you want to trade, go ahead. If not, I'll see you around.
Okay, well fuck dude, I didn't even want to talk to you. I wanted to get straight to the trade anyway.
Have a safe trip.
I didn't even leave. We're trading, dude. What do you mean have a safe trip? Okay. Wow, so okay, I like the inventory thing. So he's got nothing. Clear sky, that's oh, this is the trader. Okay, so this is the good trader that won't rip me off that I read about earlier. I was talking to that one dude. So can I sell this? This reputational artifact absorbs radioactive particles, reducing the effects of radiation from the body. Very common in the zone. Oh wait, I put it up here. Whoa, hold up, no. Whoa, yo. 30 rubles, how much my gun? 800? Oh, that's cool, so you can sell everything, you can sell all your shit. Like if I want to get rid of my pistol, which I kinda do. You can kinda organize everything. Is this... that's how it works. There's some more. I think that's how it works. Let's see. Sure. Oh, okay, yeah. So I got 39 bucks. Like that. Okay. Damn, that's a ripoff, dude. Fuck you. But if I'm not mistaken, I can sell this for 3,200. That's a lot of fucking RUs, aka bucks. $3,200. What the? Maybe I should hold on to that. I don't know. I am actually gonna sort this stuff out real quick. My bullets and medical supplies and my artifact down here. Bet you can get bigger storage too. Total weight 13.4, max is 50. Oh shit, so yeah. I guess you've got a weight max and inventory max. Too bad I can't combine these. Standard 12 caliber round. Oh, so these are two different types. Wait a minute. Okay, so this... I see what's going on. These are shotgun. Get your ass over here, dude. What are you doing? These are shotgun rounds. And these are my AKM rounds. Slugs. So buckshot and slugs. Okay, okay. So, well, I am going to save this and delete that one. Then we're gonna save this, and I believe I'm gonna end the video there. Episode 1. Boom, boom. I'm out.